entirely exploratory. It was an attempt to try and put across each other's views. No decision was taken. But what we have done is reiterated our views, which are transparently obvious that we would like them. They have asked us whether we would go to the IOC. We've said that yes, of course, at any point of time. But this was only a meeting. Remember, we will be talking with every stakeholder. It is part of that exercise in which we are talking to people in order to find a solution for everybody.
Devsab, I think more confusion will be created the moment you talk to IABF. That means that government is interfering. The moment you talk to, just listen, the moment you talk to a IOA, the IOC will say that this IOA we do not recognize, the body we do not recognize, why should you talk? So I think your interference by talking to IABF will see that government is interfering in the affairs of Boxing Federation, talking to this action of IOA, which IOC does not recognize. The whole situation gets more complicated.
Well, let's put it this way. What would you have us do? Keep quiet, sit pretty, do nothing? What we are telling the international federations is that please put an interim measure in place. We are not saying allow us to do it.
Today's letter, if you see just now the letter which has been sent by IOC, they have made it very clear that they, at the moment, they recognize, according to that letter, recognize Malhotra and Randeep or whatever. So tenure is there.
Fair enough. If that is what the IOC and the IOA can comment to it, I have no issue in that. The government, how does the government have an issue with that? But what we are saying is that we are not asking any federation to allow the government to make interim measures. We are asking them to make interim measures themselves.
And the government's priority, the first priority is towards the sports persons. We have to see that the sports and the sportsmen don't suffer with this sort of a ban. So I think that is the first initiative the government has to take. So, and I am willing to take any initiative which is for the sports and the sports person of the country.
Minister sir, have you had a meeting either with Vijay Kumar Malhotra or with Randeep Singh, the two people that IOC at this point of time say are official flag bearers of Indian Olympic Association?
For me or him? Him?
Well, to be honest, over the last 4 days, I think I've spoken to everybody. I mean, there isn't a person who's a stakeholder in this whom I haven't spoken to. So, if you want to know whether I have had a formal meeting in my office, no, not with either of them. But have I spoken to either of them? Yes, I have.
Yes. I was talking to the this IOA association, the old one. Why they are not coming to the IOA office? Why the new people are going there? Because I was told very clearly that there could be a law and order problem because of the simple fact that they have put their nameplates there. The entire people of the new null and void association has taken control of the IOA Bhavan, and that's why people are scared of the old association to go there and function. And second thing to the same thing is that they have given letter to two of the banks in Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium, Andhra Bank and Indian Bank, to have a control over rupees more than 20 crore of rupees of IOA, which has come to them from IOC and different, CWG and other things.
See, so this is an issue between the IOC and the IOA. Has nothing, one faction and the other faction of the IOA. Nothing which, no, nothing. Listen.
Either you are this side or that side. You can't talk to IABF and IOC when it suits you. When IOC says that they cannot take out the money, you say it is between you and IOC. And the money is IOC's money.
It suits me to speak to IOA, IOC and any other association when it comes to the future of the sports person and sport in the country. It does not suit me to speak about who gets what money and who gets what loot. I am not interested. I am only interested for the sports person of this country.
Sir, regarding regarding Mr. Lalit Banot, do you think he should be the face of Indian sports representing on the international forum? Do you think he should relent now?
Can we leave individuals out of the thing?
Absolutely. I mean, I fully agree with him. I mean, individuals are not important here. I mean, there is a process of elections. There is a sports code. There has to be transparency. There are ethics involved. But those happen subsequently with proper elections and the sports code. So I'm not here to pass a judgment on X, Y, or Z. All I'm interested in is please confer to the sports code and see that our sports person and the sports in India grows.
Sir, IOC has the biggest problem when sports code is forced into this. I mean, what is the...
Absolutely not. The sports code is the same as the
IOC charter.
But, so please adopt the IOC charter. Our sports code is automatically adopted.
So you're not forcing. You're not forcing.
Pardon?
You're not forcing.
No, all we are saying is that please adopt the sports code, which is the same as the IOC charter. So there is no difference. So why are we using sports code as a tool?
No, they have taken action
No, they have.
because of sports code.
Sir, in whatever interactions you had with the IOA so far, why have they not been then convinced yet to make the sports code a part of their constitution?
That's up. Okay.
I think that is a question that they can answer better than we can. First. Second, so far as the sports code is concerned and this present election is concerned, you must also keep in mind that the direction to hold the election under their constitution and the sports code came from the Delhi High Court, and that the writ petition was filed by one Mr. Rahul Mehra, not by the government. So to presume that the government was interfering in the election is entirely incorrect. The position of the government remains what it has always been. We require and we request every single sports federation, including the IOA, to adopt the sports code as part of their constitution itself, and to have the kind of transparency and fair play that the sports code requires in spirit as well as in writing. So far as this particular election is concerned, it was to be held both under the constitution of the IOA as well as the sports code. That was the direction of the High Court, and which was mandatory.
सर आईओसी के चार्टर में ये भी कहा गया है कि अगर कोई पर्सन टेंटेड है, अगर वो सवालों के घेरे में है, तो उसको आइडली किसी भी एसोसिएशन में नहीं होना चाहिए. लेकिन अभी ललित बनोट साहब का जो इलेक्शन हुआ है वो सवालों के घेरे में ही है ऑलरेडी.
The IOC has to deal with any matter which is against their charter, including the orders of their ethics committee. As government, I cannot direct them to do that, but this is something which the IOA has to sort out with IOC, and the view of the government would be that the sports code itself requires a certain amount of ethical activity.
सर एक बार उसी के बेसिस पर सस्पेंड हो चुका है, दोबारा अगर जो है फिर आईओसी उसी के बेसिस पर करता है, नहीं लगता कि
Look, that is hypothetical. Let's not get into hypothetical situations. We've made our position very, very clear. The ethics committee of the IOC has passed certain orders. The IOA has to decide whether it wants to follow it or not and face whatever consequences.